Politics and geopolitics news. The EU is ready to impose duties on US goods worth $21 billion if no agreement between Brussels and Washington is reached, Italian Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani. EU wants to boost trade with Asia, EC spokesman. Oil prices at 3-week high as investors await further sanctions against Russia that could affect global supplies, Reuters. White House Counselor Hassett, we need to rethink how the Fed operates. Fed needs more congressional oversight. I won't speculate on whether I will become Fed chief. Germany to block China's DeepSeek, DPA. White House senior advisor Hassett may replace Paul as Fed chief, Washington Post. Financial and stock market news. Country stock ETFs on momentum from early 2025, compound data. Investing in global equities, as percent of assets under management, by BofA's global client managers is growing rapidly again. Rheinmetall plans to increase sales to 40 to 50 billion by 2030 and create jobs in Germany, Group CEO. China, world trade in USD, June. Exports equals plus 5.8% YOY. Imports equals plus 1.1% YOY. China's export growth in June exceeded expectations. Shipments to markets outside the US. Increase, CNBC. China-Russia trade volume in January-June fell 9.1% to $106.48 billion, China Customs. China-US. Trade volume in January-June fell 10.4% to $289.36 billion, China Customs. OPEC expects strong oil demand growth in Q3 and Q4 2025. Expectations for oil demand growth have been one of the factors allowing OPEC Plus to return reduced production to the market. Musk, Xi is creating a multi-agent AI company where Grok will build hundreds of specialized image, video encoding and processing agents working together on virtual machines until the results are perfect. China's rare earth metals, REM, exports jumped to their highest since 2009, Bloomberg. Global sovereign wealth management investors are increasingly optimistic about China's technology sector, and fear missing out on the next waves of innovation, according to Invesco Asset Management's annual survey. Chinese auto brands rapidly increasing market share in Europe, CNBC. Musk says he doesn't support Tesla merging with Xi. AstraZeneca rises 1.4% after successful results of hypertension drug trial. China's average daily oil imports surged to a near 2-year high, 12.1 per million barrels per day, in June, China Customs data. The PUST has been falling for 7 days in a row equals the wildest streak of daily declines in 2 years. Options traders are actively betting on further weakening of GBP versus USD. The market is increasing bets that the Central Bank of England will start to cut the rate more actively, Bloomberg. European stocks under pressure amid Trump's threats to impose duties on EU goods from August. 1. Reuters. Palladium equals max for 2 years. Lockheed Martin in talks over historic seabed mining rights. Zimbabwe's largest diamond miner cuts 400 jobs due to market stagnation, Bloomberg. China continues to cut coal imports due to weak demand and a glut in the domestic market, Bloomberg. Orange juice is up sharply. Meta is going to invest hundreds of billions of dollars in AI, Zuckerberg. Crypto World News. Top 7 venture capital funding rounds of the week, CryptoRank data. Top tokens by growth for the week, Dropstab data. July 11th saw the second largest daily inflow in history into spot BTC ETFs. BTC rose to $122,000. Strategy's unrealized gains from BTC investments surpassed the $30 billion mark. Asian MicroStrategy company Metaplanet bought another 797 BTC for its balance sheet. SharpLink Gaming bought another 16373 ETH for the balance sheet. Standard Chartered expects BTC at $200,000 by the end of 2025. Nearly $500 million worth of Trump tokens will be unlocked this week, Defilama. Robert Kiyosaki thinks BTC could rise to $1 million by 2035. Continued inflows into crypto equals plus $3.7 billion for the week, vs. plus $1.03 billion a week earlier, CoinShares. Sequence Communications bought 683 BTC for its balance sheet. Sequence Communications SQNS equals plus 20%. Binance will launch a pump fund analog. Sonnet will partner with Rorschach to create Hyperliquid Strategies Inc. A fund that will manage crypto assets and buy 12.6 million HYPE tokens. Backed by Paradigm and Galaxy Digital, he is planning an IPO on Nasdaq later this year. Sonnet Sun equals plus 216%. CryptoRank, top 7 unlocks in tokens this week. Strategy bought another 4,225 BTC. Strategy's balance exceeded the 600,000 BTC mark. Open interest in BTC futures on the CME exchange continues to update a record. More hedge funds and private investors are betting on BTC growth, Bloomberg. BTC has become the 5th largest asset by capitalization, surpassing silver, Amazon and Google. Miner Bitmine bought ETH for a balance of $500 million. BTC Digital Miner bought $1 million worth of BTC and $1 million worth of ETH for the balance sheet. The former head of the Binance CZ exchange writes, "I bought Bitcoin in 2014. Then it took 3 years to recover to ETH of $1,000. It wasn't until January 2017 that BTC reached that mark again. We were ecstatic. And now $1,000 is less than 1% of the current price. Today you are excited about the current ETH. But in a few years, it will be just a small mark on the chart."